We're gonna try this again. I think we ready now. I think we good. We gotta get the homie in here. Gotta get the homie in here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know. The homie just joined. About to have us a nice little conversation. Y'all know we always down to talk boxing. Always, man. So y'all know the deal. Y'all know the vibes. We about to get my dog in here. And we about to get this thing going. Let me see. Let me send him the invite real quick. Oh, there you go. There you go. I think we coming in.
What up?
That's
What up?
the man himself. What's good, my boy?
I can't call it, bro. What up,
I hear
everybody?
that.
What's good?
Hey, man. Good to have my boy back in here, man. We got Larry joining us once again.
You know
Good
it.
to have you back, my man.
Man, hey. At first, I was like, I ain't gonna do it, but I was like, look, I'm at a barbecue with the fam. I gotta make some time for you, bro. You all right, man? How you holding up this week?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm just chilling out. I had to work earlier, man. You know what I'm saying? I had to make a little bread, but I'm back at the crib now. I'm watching this UFC, and then I'm waiting for this little top rank card to come on tonight. This Dog Bay and Gonzalez card that's going to be on tonight.
Dog
So
Bay still getting them bags.
he's
Dog Bay
still,
still.
hey, man. I told my dad he remind me of Gamboa. He
Yeah.
remind me of Gamboa. He was good on top, and then he got beat, and then everything else been like, you know what I'm saying? It's been
Yeah.
on the decline. But, bro, we got a lot to talk about. We went live, I think it was last week. But there's some stuff that's happened in between now and when we went live, man.
Definitely.
Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia, he had a fight. Javier Fortuna, he was able to stop him, and I want to say like the 6th round.
Yeah.
So did you get a chance to see – did you get a chance to actually see the fight?
I definitely saw the fight. Ryan was impressive to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's easy to pick out somebody's flaws. Okay, if this person's going against this person, this is gonna go wrong. You know what I mean? I definitely want to see him against more talent, but I do think he's gonna be a problem at 140. He's gonna be a problem at 140 because I mean he's already big. I mean, call it what it is, but I feel like at 140 it's a different Ryan than if we talking about a weight drain Ryan at 135. Like I feel like I'm not saying he gonna necessarily gonna beat everybody, but it's a different type of animal at 140. Mayweather knows that. I think you saw a little clip that Mayweather put out. Come see me at 135. Hopefully the fight happens, but you know what I'm saying. On my end, I'm like, if I'm Ryan, I'm not going to 135. Like I'm not going to 135. Like there's no point in me going there. But I do want to see that fight though. I would 100% love to see him and Tank get it on. We could talk about who we think will win that on another,
Who you got? Let's do it. Who you got? Let me know.
I think Tank probably gonna stop him. I think Tank stops him. I think Tank stops him at 135 and Tank stops him at 140.
So you got him in both weight classes.
I got him in both. I like Tank. Tank. And I feel like that win would mean a lot for Tank. And I mean, really both ways. If Ryan stopped Tank, we talk about a whole nother conversation. I don't see it happening, but I think Ryan too flat-footed. Dog.
We were actually talking about this. Me and Giovanni were talking about this. I think it was last night or night before last. We were talking about how Ryan Garcia's hand speed was a little faster than what we thought it was, and how that reach might be able to give Tank some issues because Ryan is 5'11", Tank's 5'5".
Yeah, definitely. Ryan don't use the jab enough for me though. Like you know how like somebody really like really using it. Like you know what I'm saying? Ryan don't be using that jab enough from what I be seeing. I got we out here cooking. You know what I'm saying?
I see you got the grill popping. I see. What you got in the cup?
Ryan don't be jabbing enough for me, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? You get in there. I think that's why Tank gonna set him up. Tank gonna set him up with something mean.
Yeah, I mean. Floyd's doing the right thing because he's like, yo, if you calling me out, then you got to come to my weight. Like, I'm not going to a weight that you feel comfortable at and fight you and you calling me out. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, if you want to see me that bad and you feel like you better than me that much, then you got to come see me where I'm the champion at. It's a smart business decision. You know what I mean?
Hold on,
All
bro.
right.
Let me rejoin real quick. I'm gonna leave and come back. All right.
All right.
Hold on 1 second.
All right. Anybody else? Y'all know how we get down, man. Send the request, man. All it is like a little round table discussion. It's a platform where we all can talk boxing. You know what I'm saying? Fans, fighters. Jesse James Leha was just up here earlier. We were talking boxing. Got my man Larry up here now. So anybody else, y'all all family, tap in, send a request. Let's talk boxing. We got a lot to talk about, man. We got a lot. There's fights on tonight. We got prospects on tonight. We got Danny Garcia that's fighting at 154. What's going on with that? You know, so we got a lot to talk about, man. I want to know what y'all think, because the beauty part is you get opinions from everybody, and sometimes somebody got something that you may not necessarily thought about, and it makes sense. That's the beauty part about the platform. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see the shirt too. Make sure y'all hit the shop. Make sure y'all get y'all a shirt too. But we gonna wait for Larry to tap back in, man. Are y'all watching that? Are y'all watching that fight tonight? We got Gonzalez and Isaac Dogbay on Top Rank ESPN Plus. I want to say it should be coming on about the next hour or so. So make sure y'all tap in, man. There's some good prospects: Haven Bradley Jr., Gabriel Flores. So there's some good ones up here, man. So make sure y'all tap in and know what's going on. There he is. My man.
I'm back, bro. Flies were killing me, bro.
I'm
I'm fighting
like, you done
flies, bro.
changed.
He fights
Where you
spikes,
at now?
flies, everything. Like, yo, I
you,
thought I had food on me. I thought I
you
had
don't
food.
you don't went inside the crib and everything, bro.
Yeah, that's what I said. I thought I had food on me. I had barbecue sauce on me. So I was like, yo, this shit is just crazy. I could have wanted two, but them motherfuckers was coming, bro.
You looking comfortable outside, bro. You had the cup in your hand and everything.
That's the melanin, bro. That's all the melanin, bro. That's all.
I
Yeah,
feel you. I feel
but
you, man. But yeah, we had a nice little convo about Ryan Garcia and Tank, man. And the beauty part about that fight is that people have been saying different things. Like I said, I had a conversation with Giovanni from College Park. You probably know him, and
yeah,
we were talking about how fast Ryan is, how that could give Tank some problems. And Jesse James Leha, who was a boxer up here, was talking about, you know what I mean, how Tank getting on the inside could take away Ryan's left hand, and after he takes away that left hand, then what happens? And I'm
yeah,
like, that
yeah.
makes sense too.
Ryan's power is
So
real, bro. Ryan,
yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I don't got nothing. I don't. I want to see the fight. The fan of me wants to see the fight, right? But if I'm managing Ryan, let me see him in another fight, like against like I want to see him maybe like a Regis Prograde.
we talked about that.
The
Yep.
guy that fought Taylor, Catterall, something
They're gonna
like
be
that.
doing a
Like, you know what I'm
rematch.
saying? Like,
Catterall and Taylor doing a rematch. I didn't mean to cut you off, but Catterall and Taylor doing a rematch. But there is some talent at 140. Regis Prograde is a good name that you name. I'm
yeah,
gonna let you finish, but
yeah. Yeah, like something like that. I would like to see Ryan more tested. You know what I'm saying? He's talented. Like I'm not about to sit here and play that game, but you know, he's definitely talented. The Taylor Catterall fight, I had Catterall winning, but I will say this, he didn't close the show. Like I felt like it's almost like when it got to like round 8, it's like his team was like, hey, look, you're up, coast. And I felt like the last like latter rounds, he kind of took his foot off the pedal. You know what I'm saying? Like play
yep,
it safe. I
absolutely,
didn't feel like he
yep,
had a reason to play it safe. You got somebody,
right,
you talk about all the belts, you got to go take that shit. You know what I'm saying? You got
absolutely.
to take that shit. Ain't nothing to play with that. You know what I mean?
And
Like
you
you
fighting
got
in
to go
his
win that.
hometown. You fighting where he's from. You fighting the undisputed champion in his hometown, bro. You got to step on his neck and take him out whenever you
And
get a
he
chance
already
to.
did it. And that's what I'm saying. He was doing it. Like I mean, it was blood in the water. And it was like, I don't know
Yep.
what was up with Taylor. I don't know what. I think maybe he was having problems with the speed or somebody coming at him. Because that wasn't the
Mm-hmm.
one who I seen fight all the other motherfuckers. I was like,
Yep.
I was shocked. Because I was honestly
Yep.
like interested to see Taylor at 147. After how he fought
Yep.
Catterall, I'm not that excited no more. You know what I'm saying?
I,
I'm not excited for that at all. You know?
Bro, I absolutely agree with everything that you just said, man, because when you saw him at 140, he was the guy that beat Regis Prograde when Regis Prograde was hot. And then he went on Top Rank. He beat Jose Ramirez when Ramirez was the champion and unified all the belts and knocked him down, I think, once or twice. So and then people started putting him on their top pound for pound list. You started to see his name pop up in some pound for pound list. And now after, like you said, when he fought Catterall, like even before Catterall, they were talking about him going to 147 and possibly fighting Terence Crawford. And people were like, okay.
I would have liked to see that. I would have liked to see that.
That's what a lot of people were saying.
Especially like you said, when he fought Jose Ramirez, I think. Ramirez?
Yep.
Yeah, when he fought Ramirez, like I'm like, yo, this motherfucker can go. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And he fights big. And I love how he fights on the inside. I love his size. I love it. But just to see him struggle with speed, like to see him struggle like that, I'm like, yo, like you gonna. I mean, I already had Crawford beating you, but I mean, it would have been like, okay, let's see that fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that interested after seeing that. You know what I mean? Personally. But I mean, I would like to.
I agree. Yeah, I'd be down with that. Like now with Josh Taylor, I'm more inclined to see him fight. Like, of course, the Catterall rematch because the way it went down. But now you got people moving up to 140 now. It's like, hold on, wait a minute. Don't leave the 147 yet, Josh Taylor. Like, you got Teofimo Lopez that's just saying that he coming up to 140. I kind of want to see Teofimo Lopez and Josh Taylor maybe. Or Ryan Garcia and Josh Taylor.
It's fights to make at 140. I know it's not necessarily like the glamour division, but it's fights to make. Like I mean, it's fights to make it 140. It's fights to make it 135. I still think I'm just calling it out there, man. Niggas need to handle their business at 135 before Shakur get there, because when Shakur get there, he can force the hand with so much shit. Like he can. I'm just saying. All right, he ain't got to fight a lot of motherfuckers to get to the top. Like, it ain't like that. When Shakur at 135, Shakur looks stronger. He look. You can tell he's maturing in his body. Every fight, it's gonna be a fucking problem. It's gonna be a problem, bro. It's gonna be a problem. So it's like, go ahead and handle your business. Even Devin, like Devin, I want to see it, but Devin ain't got to worry about Shakur yet. Like, Devin got fights to make, but. I mean, you know how it is, bro. You know how it is.
Oh, yeah.
Devin talking about he going to 140 after the October fight, I think. October 15, something like that.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I mean, but people gonna say, are you ducking smoke? You know what I'm saying? They gonna say you ducking smoke. The same thing that they saying Ryan Garcia, because they think Ryan Garcia ducking smoke from 135 because he's saying that he's not going back down to 135. He going to 140 and stand there.
Yeah.
So people might be saying, are you ducking smoke? You know, so damn if he do, damn if he don't. But that 140-pound division, that's like that sneaky good division that not a lot of people realize as much talent that's in there until you start throwing out names. You know what I mean? Like Prograis, like we said, Ramirez, Taylor. Now you about to get Teofimo, Ryan Garcia.
Ryan up there. I mean, I think I think like you said, bro. I think it's best for Ryan to say, all right, look, he want to take at 140. I definitely believe it. I just don't. I mean, it's hard for me to even envision Ryan beating Tank. Like Tank can box, bro. Like Tank can box. Like you know what I'm saying? And like people talk so much trash. Oh, he this, he that. He set you up, bro. You know how much thinking you got to do to be able to like not just set people up, but to be successful when you set people up. Like, I get the role
at a professional level.
You know what I mean?
At a professional level on top of that, too, because you got other people that's been training 15 plus years just like you have, and you able to execute something that works on somebody that's been in the game for sometimes just as long, if not longer than you have. So you gotta be special in order to pull that off, bro.
Yeah, I think Tank's level is gonna rise like the same way we talk about like the Spence and Crawford. Like that, we're gonna see both of them rise to a level we've never seen before. Like, you know what I'm saying? On both sides, like you could say this person beat this person beat this person. The shit don't make sense at the end of the day because I beat a B+ fighter. You ain't never seen an A+ fighter. Spence ain't never seen a Crawford. You know what I mean? Crawford ain't never seen a Spence. So when you're seeing that level, you're gonna have to rise to the occasion, and that's what we're looking forward to see. I feel like Tank gonna do that as we see him go against that top, like higher competition. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with you on that. So All right, so what we're gonna do? We're gonna leapfrog because we talk about 147 all the time. That's like the most popular division to talk about.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we're
yeah,
gonna leapfrog one. We're gonna talk about 154, right?
yeah.
So Danny Garcia is gonna be making his debut next week, next weekend against Jose Benavidez, the brother of David Benavidez. So how do you feel about Danny Garcia at 154 now? You think because Danny got that sneaky power. That's
Yeah,
what
Danny got
me
power.
and Jesse were talking about. He got that sneaky power. So do you think that kind of power will be able to translate to 154 now, where he's fighting guys like Lil Charlo and
Yeah.
Sebastian Fundora and guys like that?
I think his power will translate. Um, I think he's gonna be better than people expect at 154. But I feel
Mhm.
like don't throw him in there with Charlo too early. Like how you said, go ahead. I feel like he's gonna get Benavidez by decision. You know what I mean? 12 rounds. That's gonna be 12 rounds. It's gonna be a good fight. I think it's gonna be a good fight because we all want to
Mhm.
see it happen. We all gonna watch that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But after that, give him somebody like what's the guy name from Philly? J Rock or
Yeah, yeah,
Tony
Julian
Harrison.
Williams.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
Tony Harrison. You feel what I'm
Yep.
saying? Then jump to the
Mhm.
Charlo, something like that. Like he ain't got. I mean,
Mhm.
Hurd out, right? Hurd is done. Hurd is retired. I know.
Yeah, he's out, and then there's Erickson Lubin. Erickson Lubin,
Lubin.
he's a solid fighter. You know what I'm saying? It seems like he lose the big fight, like he lost to Charlo and lost to Fundora, because Fundora is like 6'5", bro.
Yeah,
His
Maduro. Maduro.
bruh, Fundora is like 6'5" with a crazy reach at that weight, son. So I kind of, when you talk about losing to somebody like that, I'm like, all right, I can kind of understand that, bro, because that's different.
I would
You know
like,
what I
bro.
mean?
I would like. I was throwing it out there. I would like Danny and Laura.
That'd be nice too.
I would like
That'd be
Danny and
nice
Laura.
too.
I would like
Yeah,
Danny
I'll
and
be
Laura.
down with that.
Like I would like.
Yep.
I would like that. I would like that. You
Yeah.
ain't like. He ain't gotta. I feel like don't jump to Charlo because then it's like if you. I feel like if you jump to him too early, he lose. It's nothing to kind of build it up. You know what I'm saying? Like if we just know you came to 154 for the bag because that's gonna get you the closest to a title shot. Because 147. You know what I mean? Boom. I feel like look, go ahead, handle Benavidez, do like another like tune-up fight, like kind of like in that like the B-level range, something like that. Then jump to somebody like Charlo or something like that. I think it's gonna be jumping like that. I feel like I'm interested to see him, but I do think he's gonna be too small for Charlo. Like I feel like Charlo gonna stop him. I feel like Danny gonna
Yeah.
stop him.
Yeah.
But Danny
I
got a
think
chin though.
yes, he
Danny
does.
got a
He
chin.
does.
You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? Danny
I
got a
think
chin.
Charlo's one of them fights that, like you said, he's got to work his way up to
Mm-hmm.
because this is his first fight at 154 also.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So the power is going to be different. He got to get used to the power. He got to get used to, you know what I'm saying, just being at that division, carrying around that weight when it comes to fight day. So there's got to be a little period of adjusting that he's got to have
Yeah.
before you throw him in there with the undisputed champion in the entire division.
Facts.
You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
Facts.
Because that's a recipe for disaster. That's not even fair to him.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean? That's not even fair to him. It's like, yo, give me a chance. Let me get right first. You know what I'm saying? It's like when
Yeah.
you play basketball with something like, yo, let me get warmed up. Shit. Let me do a couple shots. Let me do some layups or
Yeah.
something. Let
Yeah.
me
Yeah.
get right.
Yeah.
I ain't trying
Yeah.
to go out there cold. It's the same thing, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't trying to go out to 154 cold and get slaughtered. So
Facts.
I can definitely see that happen because Charlo, his hands is full as a matter of fact. So we gonna pivot and talk about him as a matter of fact because in the beginning of the new year, he's fighting the son of Costazu.
Yeah. I think that's gonna
And
be a
and
good
you a
one, bro.
boxer. Yes.
I think Zoo, right? Tim Zoo?
Yep, Tim Zoo.
Yeah,
Tim
yeah.
Zoo.
I think that's gonna be a good one, bro. I really think it's gonna be a good one. I mean, my heart, I really want to see Charlo and Fondora. I feel like that would just be like, I feel like that's a pay-per-view right there. Like Fondora, maybe Fondora need one more fight before the pay-per-view. You know what I mean? Like in this meantime, after Zoo or whatever, I would love to see Charlo and Fondora, seeing Charlo tear down the tower. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, you know what I mean?
That
But I would love
hey.
to see it. I would love
Yeah.
to see it.
I think that might be the fight that's made because low key Fundora's won like 2 or 3 mandatory fights.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he's proved. As a matter of fact, he just had a fight with Lubin not too long ago, and that was for a mandatory. So he's got to be next after this whole, Tim Zoo and Charlo situation pans out.
Yeah.
He's got to be next, bro.
How you think? So let me ask you this, right? So let's say the loser. Like, I mean, I think we both agree we feel like Charlo gonna win that fight against Tim.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say we see Tim Tszyu versus not Charlo, but damn, we just talk about him. Oh my God. Danny.
Fundora, Danny.
So if we see a Tim Tszyu versus Danny, I feel like I would like to see something like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need to see Danny against people. I know I don't want to say a cliche, but I want to see Danny against people that Charlo has beat. Like people I know is gonna fight. You know what I'm saying? Just so you go ahead and just knock them out, get used to the weight, like you said, make the adjustments, and then you know what I mean. All right, then you could go ahead and make your moves and shit like that. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, absolutely. Because I mean, it's Danny. I think he probably needs maybe like one, maybe two fights before you start putting him in. Maybe not necessarily with Charlo, but maybe give him like an Erickson Lubin, or even the loser of that fight. You might be able to do the loser of Tim Tszyu and Charlo, and maybe the
I would
winner
like that.
gets whoever won.
I
You know what I
like that.
mean?
I just don't want to see him getting there too early. Like same way with Ryan. Like Ryan got all the heart in the world. I like Ryan. Like I don't have a problem with Ryan. I just feel like let him get tested. He ain't been in deep water yet. And I get if your talent is not allowing you to get in deep water, but you're not even getting against opposition that possibly will put you in deep water. So you know what I mean? We just want to see a motherfucker get tested at the end of the day. We don't want to see too much crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? We want to see you get tested and what you do when your back is against the wall, adversity, something. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like something. That's what we want to see. You know what I mean? But I do think Ryan Power real, bro. I think that shit.
I agree.
Real.
I agree. And watching a fighter like go through some kind of adversity, whether it's getting knocked down and getting back up and winning the fight, or even losing a fight and coming back and bouncing back, I think that kind of adds to the legacy, and that kind of helps fans get behind you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll give you a prime example. The fight that made me love Diego Corrales was when he knocked out Jose Luis Castillo in round 11. Remember where Castillo knocked him down? I think it was twice, and then he spit his mouthpiece out, and then they went back to the corner, and Joe Goosen put the mouthpiece back in Corrales' mouth. It was like, yo, you gotta get in on him now.
That's what we
and he came back and knocked him out, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to say I want to see you lose, but like I feel like it kind of applies to life. Like the motivating stories when a motherfucker fall and then works their way back up, because at the end of the day, that's reality. Everybody not going 50-0. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got not going 50-0. Everybody not knocking out everybody. We want to see a motherfucker that work through some shit and work their way back up to the top. Why the hell we watch Rocky for? Like why is Rocky a classic? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why do we watch Muhammad Ali? Like, you know what I'm saying? We like seeing people fall and then get back. I think that's what makes boxing, like, that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to be in. I was arguing with somebody earlier this week. Like, the thing I like about boxing is it's the storylines. It's just not the fighters, right? But it's what the fighters are going through throughout all of that. Like, I like all the talk. Like, the same way with a basketball, you look at like hey, look, you talking about free agents. You talk about the trades. You talking about salary cap. You talking about all this. In boxing, having those contract talks and all that, that's what keeps the sport alive before those fights. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like we love to lead. Motherfuckers like me and you, we love to lead into the fight. And then we talk about that shit for 3-4 weeks afterwards on what should have happened. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference between boxing and like a tennis or like some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the storylines. That's what makes motherfuckers like us fall in love with the shit. You know?
Yep. And then they have like the build up and everything. Like it all adds to it. You know what I'm saying? It's all one big event that all culminates on one night where they're in the ring, and then it all happens then. But like you said, man, that's what separates boxing from everything else. And like a lot of things from boxing you can apply to life, just like you said. Like, watching somebody go through some kind of adversity, somebody might be able to relate to that in some kind of way. Like, everybody has something that they're either going through or they've been through in their life. It's just human nature. It happens to everybody. Now, what you go through is different. It's everybody's story is unique. But at some point, we all had to pick ourselves up off the ground and say, I'm going to get back in this fight, or I'm going to get back to doing what I need to do, even though I got knocked down on my ass once, twice, or
Yeah,
whoever knows how many times.
yeah,
So you can take that and kind of relate to it. So that's why sometimes us as fans, we get a connection to some of these fighters that go through that.
yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean? Like guys like Arturo Gotti and stuff like that, man. There was some fights, Arturo Gotti, rest his soul. There was some nights, man, we'd watch him. He would take a beating, like when he fought Floyd
yeah.
Mayweather and
That
stuff
motherfucker.
like that.
Hey, look, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. You breathe on Arturo, he bleeding, bro. It's like,
Right.
I feel like it's almost like he started the fight with a cut. Arturo,
Man,
Arturo
I
got
felt
bleed.
bad for him, bro. I felt bad for him that night, man. But we watched him take that beat, and then he comes back and he becomes a world champion.
Yeah, yeah,
So that fight, like after that fight, his career could have gone one of two ways. He could have gone in depression and never fought again,
yeah,
or he could have picked himself up and say, you know what, I'm going to continue to be the great fighter that I know that I am. And that's exactly what he did.
yeah, yeah.
So that's what helps, the fans love and have a bond with some of these fighters, man. So yeah, man, that's
Did you
what.
hear about did you hear about the motherfucking did you hear about the tank video with or basically like take me in the sparring or something. He be walking out of sparring sessions. It's a lot of credibility. I forgot the dude's name. I'm gonna have to send you the link. Young prospect. I think he like 5-0, 3-4 knockouts. Oh my gosh, hold on.
Oh wow, inside info. Y'all getting some inside info today, man. I ain't even know that, dog. So if you tuning in or if you able to see this at any point, man, you getting a treat. I did not know that, dog. Oh wow, that is interesting.
Brian Norman Jr.
Hmm. I haven't heard of.
So some prospect basically went like toe to toe with Tank, and like you know what I'm saying. I think it was in Atlanta, and Tank was looking for sparring, and it was like they was going at it, and Tank be folding under pressure. So it's like I say that
Mhm.
first.
Mhm.
So that's not the first time we heard this. Rolly is from the Mayweather camp. Rolly was talking about that. He was like, yo, you pressure Tank, boom, boom, boom. You see somebody like Isaac Cruz give Tank problems. I know Tank broke his hand and everything, but that was the first time when Tank don't handle somebody with calculated pressure. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So when you got
Mhm.
somebody really coming at you a certain way and really pressuring, Tank don't handle that well. We haven't
Mhm.
seen him adjust to it. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And apparently in sparring, he don't adjust to it
He
either.
don't
He
do
just
too
be
well
quitting.
to it. Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
talking about boxing. I mean, at the end of the day, the real fights is in the sparring. Like, we both know that. You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
this is more than one account. I'm going to send you the link. The father guy has a very detailed account.
Oh
Like,
wow.
I'm talking about dates, times, all of it. And
So
Tank
what
walking
we
out of
what we
sparring,
saying?
bro.
What we saying low key is if something goes down with Tank and he lose on some pressure type stuff, it ain't nothing that we ain't heard before and don't be shocked by it. Is pretty
That's
much
what I'm
what we
saying.
say.
Like multiple people. We talk about multiple sources. I'm gonna send you the link when we done or whatever, because I
Mhm.
like we gotta share our information and stuff like that.
Know that.
But it's like
Hmm.
that's what they saying. But again, like the road when it's coming from Rolly, we not gonna believe that shit. And maybe Rolly's not the best person to do it, but a lot of people saw that fight with Isak Cruz and saw holes in his game. You know what I'm saying? I get
Hmm.
you can adjust fight to fight, and I'm not saying that is gonna be what stops him, but I'm just saying it's like you get 5-8 allegations, nigga, it's probably fucking true.
And
You
if,
know what I'm saying?
especially if
It's like,
everybody's saying the same thing, bro. If you get 5 or 6 allegations from different people, but they all say the same thing,
mhm.
at
That's
some
like
point there's got to be some truth to it, bro.
that's like a motherfucker cheating. If 5-6 people saying you cheating, I'm pretty, you cheating.
You cheated.
I'm pretty sure the
Yes.
motherfucker cheating, bro. I'm pretty sure it's some
Yep.
validity, something leading them to, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get accused of no shit, no random. I get the one off, you know what I'm saying? But come
Yeah.
on now, like it's very detailed. That's why I say when I send it to you, you can be like, okay, hold on, I see what
Yeah.
you're talking about. You know what I
And I
mean?
mean, like we said, bro, it ain't nothing that we ain't heard before. So at some point, you got to start paying attention to it now,
Big fact.
because that might be something that plays itself out. Like we watching a fight and we see the same thing that you and I are talking about right now play out on TV, and we remember hearing what would happen to him in sparring, how he would give up, and all these stories, and you're like, yo, there was actually some truth to that shit. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? It actually
yeah,
played out right in front of us. Now it might be a shock to some people that ain't heard it and think Tank, is the pound for pound the best. It might be a shock eventually when he falls, but when you, like you said, bro, when you start hearing this stuff over and over, it's like you gotta at least plant a seed in the back of your head and say, okay, if I see it play out, I'm not gonna be surprised by it.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
who would be the
Hey,
fighter to do that with him though?
to do what?
Who would be
To
the
drown
fighter
him,
to
put
put
him in deep
pressure?
water?
Yeah, who you got at 135 that can take Tank in deep waters and drown him and put the pressure and take that power though, because you got to think about that, bro. That power is
I
going
think
to
it's
come into play.
I think what it's gonna be is I think it's gonna be someone with a IQ. Again, like I feel like Devin, Shakur are the only people that are like, because I feel like, what's the word I'm looking for? I feel like those are the only fighters that are mentally strong that I know will take a motherfucker 12 rounds and won't
Mhm.
run out at 135. You could do 135. 135, Devin or Shakur. I feel
Mhm.
like any of those people, those type fighters that we know can last 12 rounds out thinking a motherfucker, those are the people that are gonna beat Tank. Because Tank is a thinker. I don't care what nobody say. Tank beating a lot of motherfuckers. He's gonna set it up, but how do you do that against like masterminds? Like when I look at Devin and Shakur, that's you know what I mean? That's high speed chess right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's like top of it, like, you know what I mean? They 5, 6, 7, 8 steps ahead. You know what I mean? Those are fighters with great jabs.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I love Shakur's jab to the body. I think those type of fighters are the ones that are gonna be the ones that are kind of like, all right, bet. Personally, what about you?
No, I agree. I agree. And JMac at 135, tap in too, man. Send a request if you watching this live, man. Tap in. JMac's good people. We talk boxing all the time, but
What up, Tutu? What up, Tutu? Happy
what
birthday.
up? Oh snap! Happy birthday! Oh snap, dog! It's them July babies, man. I'm telling you, we different, man. It seems like it's everybody's birthday, bro. When July hit, I don't know what it is. It seemed like everybody's birthday in July. But to kind of answer your question at 135, bro, it would have to be somebody like you said with the mental capacity to stay in there, even though they may get cracked a couple times. Because
Yeah,
like you said, Tank is a thinker also.
yeah, yeah.
So you have to have somebody that can get cracked once or twice and not get thrown off their game plan.
But but
You know
but
what I
but
mean?
if you had to pick people to not get cracked, like people that would like stay on the thinking shit the whole time,
Yeah,
like I feel like those are the two guys I feel like in the division that like they're mentally strong enough to be able to do that personally. You know what I'm saying?
I
Because
agree.
I feel like Tank gonna dog walk all the rest of them motherfuckers. Like I feel
Hmm.
like the rest of them, like I mean, even Ryan, I feel like it's just like I feel like Mayweather just kind of like baiting Ryan. Like whatever Ryan about to walk into, it's gonna be too early. Like you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? I feel like it's gonna fuck him up. Because if you think about it, if Ryan loses the Tank, who else? I mean, who? Like what then? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like what then?
yeah, that's true. That's true. Well,
And
let me
Tank
throw
too.
a name out there. Let me throw a name out there, 135, and let me see just how you react to it. Somebody that could take in deep waters. Lomachenko,
That's deep waters
thinking
too.
man.
That's deep waters too.
That
That's on me. I'm not thinking about it because he's not necessarily active right now. I think he's still in war and all that. But I'm
yeah,
telling you right now, Loma too. You know what I mean? But Loma don't really be throwing jabs, bro.
that's true too.
But Loma,
Yeah,
but Loma's good. I feel like Loma. I would love to see Loma and Tank. I would love.
yeah,
I would pay to go. Actually, I would probably watch that live, like
yeah.
Loma and Tank. Like that's like up there with Devin and Shakur for me. Like I would pay for that. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And I
Loma,
agree with that. I mean, you said Tank is mentally where nobody else is.
nobody
What do
else.
you mean, violent gentleman?
Well, if I could be wrong, but he's probably thinking that his thinking process is at a different level. Like people are here, and Tank is probably up here.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like on a whole nother level from a mental standpoint that he's one step ahead of everybody. You know what I'm
That
saying? But I could be wrong. I would imagine if he's still in here, he's going to explain it. But
yeah,
Lomachenko is one of those fighters that I think, man, that people forget how good he is until he gets on TV. You know
yeah,
what I mean? And shows and reminds people. Like he lost to Tiafimo. Okay, Tiafimo was the better guy.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? That night he lost. He took an L.
Yeah,
But
he waited. He waited. He waited. If you notice how that fight went, my fault. My fault. Cut you off, bro. My bad. Go ahead. Go ahead. My
oh,
bad.
you good? No, you straight. You straight. You straight. I won't say nothing. Pretty much nothing else productive, anyways. I was just gonna blabber off.
But
I got some in the fridge. I'm gonna
that
get
fight
to.
with T.O., I wish they rematched it because I felt like Loma went into that fight like I feel like overestimating? I think it's overestimated. I feel like he was expecting T.O. to be a lot stronger than he was as far as like the knockout power. And so I felt like Loma was like hesitant. But if you notice, if you look at like even the scorecards, or even if like I know I like to score it myself too. Like that second half of the fight, Loma clearly won. If Loma picks it up 2-3 rounds, I say 2 rounds, you know what I'm saying? We talk about a whole nother fight. We not even talk about T.O. winning that fight. I just feel like T.O. started faster. Now I'm gonna bring this up. I mean, because we like to tie in a bunch of shit. That might be Crawford problem. With Crawford and Spence, Spence is going to be on his ass from the beginning. As soon as the bell goes, Crawford likes to wait. I feel like that might hurt him if it gets to a 12-round fight versus some. Man, fuck Crawford. Hey, my uncle crazy, bro.
Yeah. Dog, but you know what, bro? That's the beauty part about this fight in particular, man. Like it brings out a reaction from so many people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you ask that question and then you see but you get a reaction from everybody, bro. You know what I mean? Like I was at the store and I had my shirt on and then we were talking boxing and they were like, man, you think Aerospace and Terence Crawford go? That was the first conversation. Like once he found out my shirt was about boxing, the next question was about Aerospace and Terence Crawford.
Bro, this money, listen, bro, I got the Aerospace Crawford funds sitting in my account, bro. Like just sitting off to the side. I'm waiting for them to say that shit going down. Because I'm like, first I'm like, okay, I can't plan nothing for end of September, October. I can't plan shit. Now they like talking about November. I'm like, yo, I can't go nowhere in November, bro. I got to go to that fight.
I'm still setting that aside too, bro.
Bro,
I'm right there with you. I'm setting that time. I'm setting that money aside. Bro, I'm telling, because there's gonna be mad celebrities there too.
Bro.
The parties are gonna be non-stop all night, every night, man. So I'm going out there with some bread. I'm telling you that right now. I'm going out there.
Don't go out there with too much bread, bro. We got to get back home. You know what I'm saying?
That's back home. Yo, I'm gonna need somebody to help me out for real too, man.
After the fight, but I'm telling you, bro, I've been putting that money to the side for a long time because I know it's going down. But that's something I'm not going to miss for nothing, bro. And I mean, I don't want it to be in Dallas. I hope it's in Vegas because I know I'm going to enjoy my time even more, you know what I mean, throughout the fight and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because when I went to the Dallas fight, it ain't really shit to do in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? But in Vegas, I could get to a pool party. I could do this. I could do that. It's a lot more shit. Like, it's just going to be beautiful, man. With, you know what I mean, bunch of fight fans, you know what I'm saying? Just people in general. Like, that shit going to be lovely, bro. We're gonna have to report that live from there, bro.
Oh yeah, dog. You know that I'm carrying. I'm gonna get a little jank where I can go around, and then hopefully I'm gonna see if I can talk to somebody and get some kind of like passes, media passes, and stuff like that. So hopefully I can get back there, do some interviews and stuff like that, man. So I'm gonna see. I'm gonna talk to Jesse James Lehi and see like who I need to talk to, see if I can get me some media passes that maybe we can sneak. And then low key, like with the media passes, you sit front row at the fight, right?
Yeah, bro. Look. I got my boxing fit. I wear my boxing fit shirt. Hey, look.
I got one for you. I got one.
Violent Gentleman said I end up in cuffs every time I'm in Vegas. You gotta chill, bro.
Dog, because the thing is, when the fight goes off in Vegas, it'll still be like 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
So if the night is still young, so I mean, after that, you hit the club, you hit the casino, you hit the strip club.
Stop playing with me, bro. You ain't, bro. Don't say too much. Don't say too much. We on camera, bro. Don't say too much.
I done already said too much, dog. I done already said. Yeah, I can't give out too much, man. But you get where I'm going with it. We'll just leave it at that, man. But I think that's one of the fights that we all waiting to happen, bro. And also we talked about, man, Big Charlo. I know me and you kind of touched on it last time we went live about his inactivity, and the way I described it to Jesse, I'm like, Charlo is like this talent that we're just waiting because we've already shown him mad love. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There was a minute that people were rocking with Big Charlo more so than Lil Charlo.
100%
But now
agree.
it's
100% agree.
now it's to a point where people are rocking with Lil Charlo because he's undisputed. So people are looking at Big Charlo now and it's like, all right, what's up with you? You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So like my question to you, like as a fan watching, one twin do his thing and then another one who seems like he's got all the talent in the world, but is just sitting there.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, man? What do you think about
Bro,
that situation, bro?
when we was talking about it last week, I think when I responded, I was more emphasizing him staying at 160. Big Charlo gotta go to 168, bro. That's the only way I'm gonna know he a real motherfucker. At this point, I mean, move up.
Yeah.
Move up. I mean, move up. You're not gonna fight Boo Boo. Boo Boo, you too. Move up to
Both of them.
168. Cause I mean, you got Caleb Plant, you got all them no names that your boy fought, that Canelo fought to get the belts. You know what I'm saying? You got Benavidez. Go to 168, bro, and just sit there. Like, I mean, y'all. I mean, I get irritated thinking about it, bro. But I mean,
It's frustrating.
At the end of the day, you know, I'm Team Derek James. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, yo, Jamal, switch your coach up, and hold on. I like to bring it back. Who's Ryan's new coach? I see the difference. From Reynoso to the dude he with now, I see the difference. Because he won't. He's still flat-footed, but I can see he's working. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Every fight, we should see something that you've added to your package. You know what I'm saying? So,
Joe Goose is working with him there.
He got to switch his coach up. He got to switch it up, bro. Because you dead at 160, bro.
Yeah, and like the frustrating thing is like some of the names that we're throwing out there that we want him to fight, he's capable of beating some of these dudes.
Yeah.
So it's like, yo, I know when we talk about him frustrating, people are like, yo, why don't you fight this dude? And sometimes he probably gets irritated by that, but we say that because we think he can beat some of these dudes, and it'll take his career from where it's at now to the next level where a lot of us want to see him at. Yeah. So when we say these things, it's not to talk bad about him. It's not to run his name or be any kind of way. It's just that, yo, bro, we see you. We see the talent. It's there. We're just getting impatient now at this point.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a promoting thing.
You, bro. That's all we trying to do. And if you hear this, Jamal, we just want to see you fight, bro. We want to see you succeed. But I mean, you just getting older, bro. You just getting older. You letting shit wait. I mean, you letting shit go through. I get it. You feel me? Violently appreciate you. Like we it's because we want to see you succeed. And even if you fail, it's okay. But we're not seeing anything. We're seeing a stagnant career of somebody who we were once cheering for. You know what I'm saying? We done seen your brother fall off, lose everything, go back, get himself back. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the biggest, I would say this, I feel like they're going to bring this up. Like, let's say, I'm not saying he's going to be a Hall of Famer. He might.
Hang tight, 1 second.
Get in the Hall of Famer talk. But if Jamel, let's say Jamel, in the end of Jamel's career, he's going to say the change in his career happened when he switched trainers. When he left where his brother was and he switched trainers. What up, King?
JMac, what's good, homie?
What up, dog?
What's going on with it?
How you feeling, bro?
I had to jump on, man. Right when I got stationary, once y'all started talking about Big Charlo and everything, but you're right. You dead right. Cass is fresh. Like, it's almost like when you see, I don't care what sport, you see. I'm a Raider fan. Okay.
Yeah.
You know how many years I've seen, like, before the season start? Man, we got too much talent on this team to be having a 9-7 record or 7-9 record, and that's what it is when you see cats like I mean, not everybody is a Charlo fan, the Twins. I mean, but there's a lot of frustration. Like, I guess you could say, as a fan, or even if you, I don't care if you're a pro or amateur fighter, you see the potential somebody has.
Yes.
And you're like, man, get out of these damn cigarette lounge main event fights, man. Get out of, Showbox. Get your ass. Get out there. ESPN every week or like monthly. That's what, I feel you 100%.
Yeah.
Bro,
like you said, we want to see him. It's not that we hating. We want to see you against the best. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even remember the last person he fought. I don't even remember the last time the motherfucker fought, bro. He got back problems or some shit, right? Like right now.
Yeah, he was supposed to fight Sulecki, and that fight got postponed due to an injury. You know what I'm saying? Which, okay, I get it. It happens.
Who is
right.
Who is Sulecki?
That's what I'm getting at. That's exactly what I'm
I think
getting
the
at.
motherfucker got 30. I think he got over 30 fights. Am I wrong or right? Call me out. I mean, I think Charlo got over 30 fights.
I think you're right. I think you're right. But Sulaki is one of those names that, just like you said, it's like, who is he? And that's the frustrating part about where we're at right now. It's like, yo, he don't need to be fighting these people that we're wondering who they are no more. You got to go to BoxRec and do some research and find out who they are.
Yeah.
He's at a point where now he's earned the right to be fighting all top names. And it's like, you see these names, it's like Charlo fight confirmed. And you're like, who?
Yeah.
Here we go again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, at some point, yo, you got to give me a Benavidez. You got to give me a Caleb Plant. You got to give me a Billy Joe Saunders. Give me a Boo Boo Andrade. Give me something
Caleb
like that.
Plant
I'm
would
cool
be a
with all
perfect
that.
fight.
All that shit, bro. When you said it, I got goosebumps because all them people, I'm like, I would love to see it. I would love to see it. I would love to see it. Are we gonna see it, or are we gonna wait till it's too late? I would like to see Triple G. Why this motherfucker ain't saying Triple G? I'm just saying, I know it's too
I'd be
late.
cool with that.
Triple G about to get the bag and haul ass, but I would love to see Charlo.
You know that.
You know what I'm saying?
We shouldn't have had to wait. We shouldn't be waiting. What? It's been 4 years since Canelo and Triple G fought the first time.
Yeah.
It shouldn't have been this long to get to the third fight.
He was 2 years old.
Yeah.
He's 16 years old. I mean, goddamn, my son.
Yo, people talking about, yo, like Triple G could get seriously hurt.
That Lewis was 78 years old when he fought Rocky Marciano.
My son, goddamn, I'm talking about Charlo last fight. My son, I'm talking about, I'm this motherfucker formal and shit. This nigga out here got his permit. He got a driving permit now. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's real, man.
It's a fact. That is a fact, man. But that whole Charlo situation, I hope, especially like, and what also bothers me about that situation is like, you look at your younger brother. Your younger brother is undisputed champion. He lost his belt. He did his thing. He got back in the gym. He not only got his belt back, but collected all the rest of the belts in the process. So now, like, that should trigger some kind of inner dog in you and say, you know what? Let's do this together. You got undisputed. I'm about to go do the same thing. Pick a division, 161. Pick one, take everybody's heads off, and collect the belts.
Fix. That channel's the inner dog if you got that shit.
Yeah.
If you got that shit. Because, bro, for a motherfucker, I think Big Charlo still with Shields' dad. Clarissa Shields' dad or some shit. I think it's Shields. I could be wrong. Somebody fact check me. But I think he's still with Shields. I think when motherfucker left the camp and you see what he's doing when he left the camp, that should be telling you something. These motherfuckers ain't 24 or 25 years old no more. You not.
Yeah.
You not.
Yeah.
So what are you telling us? Maybe he don't got that dog. Maybe he not not what we thought he was. Maybe that's the conversation we gotta start having. What you think, Jay?
I realize about a lot of fighters that especially when they really like, you know, I believe they all taking it serious. I don't believe nobody's in there.
Yeah.
You know, the cats we talking about, I don't believe nobody's in there just for the check or whatever. But a lot of these cats, they're just so protective about, after seeing everybody else's career, about how they got dirty by, you know, some trainers or managers.
Yeah.
They don't realize loyalty has an expiration date.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't think just because, all right, they've been feeding me pretty good or whatever, just like if you got to get more, you got to get more, because promoters are definitely going to stifle you. They don't, you know, Golden Boy is not the best promoter out there. He's proven that.
Yeah.
He's proven fine. Canelo even said, man, fuck you. I know my, you know what I mean? And that's what Charlo got to realize. It's like, man, you know, everybody's and not just
I'm about to get a refill. I'll be right back. I might get a refill. I'll be right back.
I'll
be right back.
But it's a lot of fighters like that. They realize, they probably had a good honeymoon when everything started, when they signed the contract with a new camp or with a new agency or something, and they don't realize, it's like, hey, if shit ain't moving your way, you got to dip.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's what it boils down to. And I think sometimes, like, when these cats get early in the contract and they start seeing money that they never had before, some people don't know how to take that. Some people, they know how to handle it. You got the right people in their corner, so they're able to adjust to it and do the right things. But some people, they may get that money and fall in love with it, and next thing you know, the decisions that they make going forward aren't in their career's best interest. It's all about now. because they had that money now that they've never had before,
I'm
and
back.
now they got all this money. So now it's about now. But when you look at things 15, 10, 15 years down the road, it's like, is everything still the same? So you got to ask yourself that too.
I got a question for y'all. I got a question for y'all.
I think JMac going in and out.
Hold on.
Can you hear?
Hold on, real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, I see it jump buffering.
Yeah. I think JMac going in and out. I think he popping back in slowly but
Hold
surely.
on.
Though. What question you got though, bro?
So, at what point will we start? I don't even want to say this because I don't even want to be the first person to say this. At what point will we start questioning? I'm starting to think, because I feel like we talk about this. I've had this conversation with a lot of motherfuckers already. I'm starting to think Jamal knew he could not get Canelo and named the Canelo fight as his pinnacle. Like, oh, that's what I want. That's what I want. Knowing he couldn't get it because I don't think he wants anything else. Because think about all the fights he could have made in the meantime. Like, what are you waiting for? Like, you really wait for a motherfucker to Canelo cleaned out a division.
Yeah. It seems like it's frustrating because he made it vocal that Canelo's the fight that he wanted, and then since he didn't get that, it seems like in a way, I don't want to say pouting, but he's not reacting like he's that dog. Right. He's not reacting like he's that dog, because my thought process, going back to what I said earlier, it's like, Canelo don't want to fight me. All right, cool. Line them up. I'm going to take all their heads off. And then after that, he has no choice but to fight me, because now, just like we're doing now, just like we're talking now, fans are going to start having a conversation. It's like, yo, did you see Charlo knock out Caleb Plant? Knocked out Benavidez too? Canelo
like,
has to fight this man.
I feel like it's like the equivalent of, let's say we all working at a job and shit, and we like, all right, you know what, we want to be the manager, and like we go to our manager, we like, yo, you know what, or a boss or whatever, look, we want to be the CEO, we want to be the manager, we looking for a promotion. That's what we want the promotion. And the boss say, you know what, hey, look, it's not available now, but we'll let you know when it is available, and we just stop working. That's what I feel like Jamal doing.
Yeah.
But I don't want to come out and say that, but it's like I ain't never seen a motherfucker call out somebody and then just stop what like your progress. Because we talk about 2-3 years right now.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't talking like Canelo cleaned out 168, bro.
But by the time he realized that fight won't happen, he should have continued on about his business. You know what I mean? Because it seemed like,
that's all I'm saying,
when he didn't get that fight, he seemed like idle. It was just like stuck. There was a period of time where he was stuck, not as active. He should have just been like, all right, bet. Give me all these cats. Give me Plant, give me Benavidez, Billy Joe Saunders, Boo Boo Andrade. I don't care who it is. I'm going to beat all their ass. That's what I would have liked to see.
I would love the Plant fight. I would pay to see that. I would pay right now to see Jamal and Plant fight. I would pay to see that. Honestly, I think Billy Joe retired. I like Billy Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Billy Joe, I think Billy Joe.
Like, I'm just saying, like, it's fights motherfuckers can make, but it's like, you ain't fighting nobody, bro. Like, so, like, if I'm Canelo, why do I want to fight Jamal? Like, what did Jamal done for me to fight him? Nothing. Go to 168.
What do you think, Jay back?
Go to 168.
Honestly, and this is where Canelo kind of like dropped the ball, because when we were like a minute ago when we were talking about how Jamal Charlo, you fight all these confirmed fights, the cats you got to look up on the box rec to see who they are or whatever. I should only do that about a fighter in a different country than I am. Okay, like that's because like a lot of let's be real, a lot of North Americans didn't know who Bivol was when he was fighting Canelo last month or whatever. But then when they watched that fight, they looked into him or whatever. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, if you really about, I want to say Maidana he almost kind of went this route. He knew Pacquiao and Mayweather were the ones, that was the big fight he needed to get to one day. And he got both of them.
Yeah.
All right. But I think, he kind of went off track. He played cleanup. He fought everybody that Pacquiao had fought. He fought everybody that Mayweather had fought leading up to their fights with both of those guys, win or lose or whatever. Yeah. So it's like, that's how you grab somebody's attention. You like, hey, I'm gonna do what you do or whatever. So that way you ain't got nothing to talk about. Talking about, well, I beat this cat, I beat who you beat. So now it's time for me and you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
At some point, it comes down to that. At some point, it comes down to that road. Yep. I'll be right back, fellas. I gotta use the bathroom real quick. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Nah, Jay, you right on the head with that, bro. Because like you said, Madonna went through that's why I say I feel like motherfuckers be feeling entitled. Like when somebody feel like they've already reached that level, you know what I'm saying? Or reached that level where it's like, all right, bet I ain't got to do no more, or now I deserve something. That's the only thing that would stop somebody from doing anything else. Because if he felt like he still had to prove himself.
Oh, man.
Like, I mean, let's just call it what it is. You stop fighting. You're fighting people, basically fighting for a check, just to be like you active. You fighting just enough to say like you active. It's terrible to say, especially people that's in your corner. Because I'm not gonna lie and say he's my favorite fighter. But do I enjoy watching him fight? Hell yeah, I enjoy watching Jamal fight. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, I was one of them that I felt like Jamal was better than Jamel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's how I felt. But I mean, Jamel has shown us
he had to drive
a different cloth.
And it's crazy. Like it's crazy when you see brothers. I mean, especially twins. You know, it's crazy when you see, you know, different characteristics in them. I mean, like Glitchko, you know, they both were some savages. You know, and it's kind of like, all right, you know, both beasts have their own. You know, one's a straight power, one's a straight finesse. Yeah. And you look at, you know, same thing with the Charlos or whatever. It's kind of the same thing. It's like, you know, one's more textbook, one's more, you know, right in your face.
Yeah.
But as far as like, I don't know. I don't know if he's got somebody else, you know, playing chess for him.
I like how you said that. I like how you said that, bro. I like how you said that, bro.
Like picking your opponents and everything, or protecting you from certain fighters. Like, I mean, you don't want to just walk into anything or whatever, and you know, take a fight club fight, and you know, next thing you know, you get knocked out or whatever. Your credibility is done. You know, so, like, I get it. It's a strategy to it, but at the same time, you got to take some risks too. And it goes back.
How you said that, bro. Make sure you tell Fix what you just said, bro. I like how you said that, bro.
What you got?
Jay said, go ahead, Jay. I ain't gonna talk to you.
No, I was saying, just like, you know, when it comes to certain fighters, that like, you know, they got somebody playing chess for them as far as picking their fights or picking the route of their fights or everything. You know, as far as and it really is a protection of that record. You know, and nowadays. Yeah, everybody would love to have an undefeated record or whatever. But nowadays, they're realizing having one loss is almost as good as having zero. So it's like, one, you know, now I can't lose for the rest of my life. It's like nobody else is going to be a Sugar Ray Robinson. Nobody else is going to be a Floyd Mayweather. Nobody else is going to be an Andre Ward. You know, so let's, you know, just get that. Like, who are you facing?
Yeah,
you know,
who'd you lose to? That's what matters. More than how you. And how did you lose? And how did you lose?
Yes.
How did you lose?
Yes, bro.
Did you go out fighting? Did you go out still like being you? Because at the end of the day, I'm cheering for you because of who you are. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not cheering for you for no other fucking reason. I care about who you are, how you fighting. If you fall on your shield, look, I'm riding for Arrow all day. If Arrow lose to Crawford, fall on his shield, I'm still gonna be cheering for Arrow the next fight. That's just what it is. I'm not gonna stop rocking with him. I'm not gonna stop paying the price of ticket. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna do that.
Right.
Yeah. Because I mean, I'm not gonna do that because I know you putting your life on the line for me.
Yeah.
For me.
Yep.
I'm saying, like, hell nah, bro. I can't do
that. And that's a part of life too. Just like we said, bro, there's gonna be adversity that happens in life. You're gonna get knocked on your ass in life. There's gonna be things that happen in life that ain't gonna go your way. So part of what makes fans fall in love with some of these fighters is watching that way back. Whether it's when Tyson Fury got up when he fought Deontay Wilder and came back and won. You know what I mean? That was one of the moments that people were talking about. Yeah, or when people lose or take an L and they come back. That's bro.
At the camera, I'm man. You say that, I'm thinking about that fight right now. I'm at work. He is on his back, looking up at lights, like he's thinking about a moment as a kid. And then by the count of 6 or 7, that's when he get up. And then next thing you know, he wins that. That was a fucking Rocky movie.
That moment alone, because people thought he was out.
That was count 16. That was count 16. Because look, the ref said. Is he down? I think he's down. Let me walk over here to him and count.
Yeah.
By the time it's like 8,
Nah, I feel
9.
you, bro. I'm fucking with you.
9.5.
But nah, it was one of those moments that people play over and over again. It's like, yo, these moments, they're gonna happen, man. Stuff ain't gonna go your way the whole time. It's like, how do you respond to it? And how do you respond to it is what makes people fall in love with you too. It's like, yo, he lost, but he came back and got his belts back, or he came back and won the fight or whatever. So yeah, that's part of the journey, man. Y'all boys watching the card tonight?
I ain't watching the car tonight, man. I'm getting drunk tonight, dog. I'll tell you, I'm with the fam. You know, y'all know me, dog. Y'all, I gotta call it what it is. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna lie. I'm watching this shit.
You almost there now, ain't you?
Fam tonight.
You getting close to there now, ain't
You know what I'm
you?
saying? I'm gonna be chilling. I ain't watching no ESPN boxing tonight. Tonight. You know what I mean? I ain't watching no ESPN tonight. I'm chilling with the fam.
Hey, it sounds like you already there. It sounds like you already damn near drunk, my boy.
3 hours, bro. I've been there for 3 hours. What the hell I'm gonna look like at 9? What I'm about to look like at 9?
Hey man, I feel you, man. I feel you. I was like that a couple nights ago, man. I'm at a point where now I can't do it consistently no more. Like give me Thursday, and then I got to take me like a little break because Thursday night was a little rough. My homeboy do a little something at the bar up the street. He got something that he hosts, so we try to go up there, show support, buy drinks and all that. So yeah, man, that night was kind of rough, bro. So I'm sitting. I sat out Friday. I'm sitting out Saturday. I'm sitting out Sunday.
Yeah,
so
bro, chill out, bro. You know we old.
Yeah. I gotta chill out, man. So
I had to work up 4 weeks just to get to where I'm at now. Where I'm like, I'm in the night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I had to build up my shit. You know. But
It's bad when you get the you take your week.
I know we brought it up. I'm gonna touch on it.
I know, right?
Wilder, bro. Like, man, I would love to see Wilder knock out whoever the hell he about to fight now and get that winner from Joshua and Usyk, win that, and then go ahead and just go out and you know what I mean, just be gone.
Let me ask you this.
Love to see it, bro.
Go ahead.
All right, for both of y'all, because this fight will help both of them. Doesn't it make more sense for who was Andy Ruiz about to fight?
Luis Ortiz.
Doesn't it make more sense for Andy Ruiz to fight Deontay Wilder? It'd benefit both of them more than any fight either one of those two would take.
I agree with that. I would love to see Ruiz, Andy Ruiz, and Wilder. I would love to see that. I would love to see that.
That would be that fight would do more. That fight would do more for both of them. But now, bro, they're talking like, is Wilder gonna fight again at all? Because let's not get it twisted. Wilder's getting old too. Wilder's like 37, 38.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing really gonna.
He might be 36.
I want to say he's probably about 36, 37 probably at the oldest. But he ain't exactly, should be wasting no time right now either. If he gonna do something, he got to start doing it now also. Ain't nothing really been in the talks or ain't nothing really been going on.
I ain't gonna hold on. Hey, Jay and Fix, I ain't gonna hold y'all on some real shit. Your boy might not even get past Louise.
Who?
King Kong might knock out your boy Andy Ruiz.
It's possible. I don't see it, man.
Hold on. This is what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm not saying I'm picking him, but I'm saying this ain't no. Oh, Andy Ruiz about to walk into an easy win. This ain't no shit like that. Because the only fights we've seen Ruiz the last 2 fights, he going against Wilder. We already seen, and if we call it what it is, I think definitely the second fight, I had Ruiz up on the cards on Wilder, but before he knocked him the fuck out.
Right. But
just me.
The only reason why I got possibly issues because Ortiz ain't look good his last fight. He fought Charles Martin on a pay-per-view. Remember when he fought Charles Martin on a pay-per-view and Martin was getting at him and then eventually Ortiz knocked him out?
Yeah.
But even Charles Martin was tagging up Ortiz before he got caught. So I'm like, okay, if that happens and Charles Martin's doing that, what's going to happen when you fighting what looks to be in shape Andy Ruiz, who's got hand speed?
Andy got
See what I'm saying?
Andy got hands. I just think it's gonna be a great fight. Like I'm paying for that fight. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it's gonna be a good fight to watch. Like I'm interested to see what happens because I don't know if it's a 50-50 But I love the fight. Like, I feel like the matchmakers did perfect with that fight. Like, that's a perfect fight for both of them. You know what I'm saying? For both of them, I feel like. You know
At this point in their career, yeah.
And Wilder sleeping all the motherfuckers. So I think, yo, if Wilder end up being undisputed, bro, if Fury come back, I don't want him to fight Fury no more. Just Wilder, you good. Like, you ain't gonna fight Fury.
Yeah, Wilder Fury is, to me, Wilder Fury, that whole situation is dead and buried. I don't think the fans want to see that no more. We won't see no more of that.
I'm too emotional. I'm too emotional to see that shit. Like, I can't, cause like I love Wilder. It's like I can't watch.
You said I'm too emotional.
I can't see my boy. It's too much. He's like hanging on him. I'm
like replaying a funeral, bro. It's like, why? You already buried this nigga. Why?
You good, bro? We don't need you good, bro. But it's like, you know, he's so proud of him. He's so proud of him. So it's like I'm like, yo, you know what? All right, this gonna be a time, but god damn. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he got your number, bro. He got your number.
Yeah. Yeah. But the thing is, bro, he beats the rest of them. I think Wilder beats the rest of them. He knocks out Joshua. Usyk will give him problems. Usyk will maybe outbox him, but I think he knocks out Joshua and he beats the rest of them.
Usyk gonna get slept too. Usyk gonna get
You think so? Against Joshua?
I think not Joshua. I think Usyk gonna beat Joshua.
No,
what you say, JMac?
He's fighting in Ukraine right now, ain't he?
Who?
Usyk, ain't he in
Joshua?
No,
Loma.
because Ukraine versus Russia.
They were doing that, but now they announced him and Joshua are gonna be fighting, and I want to say it's next month.
Yeah, they fighting. Yeah, they get
it. Yeah, they fighting again, bro. They fighting again, and I think it's like in Saudi Arabia or something like that. So Usyk Joshua rematch is coming up like next month, bro.
Joshua switched trainers. I'm telling you, Joshua switched trainers.
He supposedly switched trainers and all that. Yeah, so but I'm thinking it's the same thing, bro. I think once Joshua gets tagged, he's gonna be the same fighter that he's always been. You get tagged, you're gonna go back to what you know.
You got to. You know how y'all know how it is. I gotta send y'all the clip. It's Usyk and I want to say I think Better Beef. It's Better Beef and I think it's in the amateurs. That shit was.
Send me that.
That shit was all right, bro. That shit was all right. I'm gonna send it to y'all in the link and the shit. But I was watching that a couple weeks ago. It was pretty good.
Send me that. I got one more question for y'all, then I'm gonna let y'all boys go. Speaking of Better BF, who do y'all want to see him fight next? Y'all want to see him fight Bivol next? Or do y'all want to see him maybe go?
Personally,
I think do y'all want to see him fight Bivol or maybe go what is it that other dude? What Anthony Yard I think is the other option. Y'all want to see Anthony Yard? Y'all want to see some new blood in there? Or y'all want to see
do with the braids?
Yeah, you already got the braids. Yeah, you got the braids.
The young boy from the UK, the muscle bound cat,
little pretty boy. I say, man, I go with Bivol.
You want to see Bivol?
For the name.
Yeah, because I mean, at that point, they the most proven. They the ones that prove that they need to be fighting each other. Yard would just be a new name in there that it's like, oh shit, all right, well let me see what the fuck going on with the new name. But with Bivol and Better BF, you know what they've done to get to that mega fight if they were to fight each other. You're like, all right, well Bivol, he beat Canelo, and Better BF just slept Joe Smith a couple weeks ago on ESPN. So like we saw what these cats did to get to that point. Like Yard, he hasn't really put together that body of work for fans to be able to be like, you know what I'm saying, to kind of give them.
Gotta see it. That's a fact, bro.
Yep, definitely. But I'm gonna let y'all boys go, man. I definitely appreciate y'all stopping through and talking boxing with your boy, man. We got both of y'all, man. We gotta do this more often. Y'all know, especially I like having both of y'all up here talking boxing with me.
Big time.
Hit me, dog. Just hit me, dog. Hey, Jay, add me, bro. Add me, bro.
Oh yeah, on it now.
Add me 100, bro. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Hey, I definitely appreciate y'all boys, man.
Y'all already know. Hey, let me know what goes on with the fight tonight, because I'm not watching.
I got you, bro. Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all boys, man. Y'all boys be safe.
No doubt.
All right, now.
All right, fellas.